Hi everyone, I'm Adam from Trade with Precision and welcome to this week's Inside the Chart. So first of all, noting here with January's indecision candle, February so far is looking as an inside slightly bearish candle. If we have a look at it on the weekly here, you can see that we did finish lower for the dollar index. So still holding at support, showing some wick support underneath that, and we have to see how this week, if we break below the low, we can then expect that US dollar to come back into the range. Moving across and having a look at the euro dollar here as well, you can see a similar but inverted picture. We've got a bit of a bullish candle wick on top, so showing some weakness indeed. But however, should we break above the high, it becomes more and more likely we'll go back into the range and stay above that 1.0530 level. On the other hand, should we continue to come down and test the 1.02 level, then that dollar continues to strengthen. If we move across and have a look at GBP monthly candle as well, that nice little wick underneath it, we could see sort of market came back down, closed roughly where it kind of where it closed, close to where it closed the previous week. Yes, we've also got that wick here struggling to get back up above that 1.247 level. This, I'm looking now to see if we continue to push higher. The market is trying to do it, but it is really battling with that. Australian dollar against the US dollar, on the other hand, is actually doing incredibly well now. The momentum does appear to be more to the upside. If we go have a look at it from a daily perspective, we've got some very strong bullish divergence here, very strong bullish candle coming off support there. The implication here that the market is definitely trying to turn around, but it has to break through some strong resistance levels in order to be able to do that. Let's have a look at the New Zealand dollar as well. We could compare it, very similar type of market structure here to the Australian dollar against the US dollar, also showing some bullish divergence, and you can see the last two candles producing wicks underneath here, a little bit of indecision, ultimately trying to move around, but that dollar keeping everyone very much in their place. Let's have a look at dollar yen. So dollar yen coming down this week, another week lower, breaking through key support levels. For now, my expectation is for this to continue to head lower. There might be some pullbacks. Any pullbacks for me could represent some selling opportunities, and for now I expect this to continue down to 150. Moving on to the US dollar, Canadian dollar, very strong, almost bearish engulfing monthly candle. So this is significant, especially should we close ultimately below January's low of that candle. That would imply a very strong move down towards the top of the range, down towards 1.400. All right, so it is holding at support on the daily this week, looking a little bit weaker here. I'm expecting this to test support, and we're going to have to see. We've got that strong bearish divergence. If that level of support does hold, if we have a look here at the dollar Swissy a little bit stronger here. You can see it's up towards the top of a monthly range, testing some strong resistance there at 0.92. When we look at it on the daily, it's attempting now within its own daily range near the top, attempting to work its way up towards the top here. So there's a little bit of mixed sentiment amongst the different majors. Right, let's move on to the global indices. The Dow Jones here continuing to struggle with that resistance. Very crisp resistance there at 45,114. And for now, a little bit of an indecision candle. So again, you see more of a range-bound behavior on the daily. It looks currently as though it is coming back down to test the level of support, and then we'll see if that support holds. S&P doing something very similar, some strong inability to close above that 6,000 level, but bumping its head against 6,100. You can see a strong bearish engulfing candle from Friday. Again, that pressure much more to the downside. So this week, my expectation for now is to see price head back down towards support and test it. We'll have a look at this on the NASDAQ, tech stocks as well. Very similar, strong bearish engulfing rejection candle there. The momentum at this time is more towards the downside than to the upside. Quickly compare that with the FTSE. So the FTSE doing a very nice move to the upside on the daily, starting to lose a little bit of steam here. Some wicks coming in, battling with that resistance around 8,700. But overall, from a monthly perspective, looking relatively healthy. So for me, I'm expecting either a bit of a sideways motion here, a bit of a consolidation ahead of heading higher. Similar, I think, would be with the DAX. So the DAX here producing a slightly higher high with a rejection candle from Friday, which is after NFP's jobs numbers coming out. Apologies, was just about to sneeze there, and didn't want to do that in your ear. So here for now, again, very similar to the FTSE. I'm expecting there's some weakness starting to enter this. I know it's more bullish than bearish. However, I think for now, I'm expecting either a sideways and up motion across the UK and EU markets there. Let's have a quick look at crude oil. Crude oil now looking more and more bearish within its range. So it's in a very strong weekly range here. It's now back in the lower half of this range. And for now, other than potentially retesting this for support, I'm leaning a little bit more towards it heading back down towards the major level of support at 67.60. With gold Gold continuing to produce a very healthy trend, continuing to create new highs. What I'm starting to notice now on the daily are some wicks coming in near the top, and we're potentially away from the moving averages on the monthly and the weekly and the daily. Not really showing too much signs of exhaustion on those particular timeframes on the momentum indicators such as MACD, but the 4-hourly is showing some bearish divergence. So this week, I'll be looking to see if we get either a consolidation or a minor correction down towards potentially 2,800 or 2,775. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin here looking more bullish. Within this range, still struggling with that 100,000 level, and actually here within the daily in the lower half of its local range. So again, more pressure to the downside here for Bitcoin. And then silver here, a little bit of an indecision monthly candle so far, and almost a bearish engulfing rejection candle. So that 32,034 level holding for now. And again, the trend looking pretty healthy. So for now, my expectation is to see this pull back in towards the moving averages, possibly finishing stronger by the end of the week. So that's all from me. I wish you a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.